Hey all, it's Matt with Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. We're here in an aft balcony cabin here on Vision of the Seas, room 7152. Now, there is a lot to talk about with this aft balcony. This may have the balcony that replaces my previous favorite balcony for a straight balcony non-suite that we previously had on Independence of the Seas. I'll throw a link to that video up above. So there's some great things about this room. There's some also not so great things that we have to go over in the pros and cons section. But let's do a tour of the room and let you know as we go. Let's check it out. All right, here we are at 7152. We are back in the corner. So it is a bit of a walk down from the elevators, but you have a nice little corner area. Let's head on in. No one's gonna bother you running by your room that you might get in a more central room. So here's your entry hallway as you come in. You have your closet on your right as you walk in, and the bathroom on your left. You do have some hooks here. We've put our robes there. And of course on your door you have your muster information, muster station 16 for this room. Let's check out the closet really quick. It's a one-door closet that slides open like this. And it's a good size closet. Plenty of hangers. No shelving on the sides, but plenty of room in there. You do have a large shelf up above. We have put our life jackets up there. Right next to the closet, you have this door that opens up to reveal a number of shelves. So a lot of nice storage for a balcony room on an older ship. You can see it is Christmas time. Merry Christmas, everyone. As our stockings in our tree for this cruise, because we were on here over Christmas Day. That's a pan around the whole room. Let's start from this side. You do have a floor to ceiling mirror. And this is the bed area. The bed is close to the door in this room, which is the configuration that I do enjoy. You have a fairly narrow, compared to some of the other rooms on this ship, nightstand at the end with two drawers and a reading lamp, and of course a similar configuration on the other side. Your nightstand with two drawers and a reading lamp. One thing to note, there are no outlets on this older ship near the bed. Here's the living area. This is a pull-out couch, so you could put up to 4 people, I believe, into this room. It is a fairly large couch, and it is fairly comfortable. So a nice couch for this room, plenty of room for a balcony stateroom. And you have another reading lamp up above that. One thing to note, there is a table that sits right there, but we have that table out on the balcony right now. Over on this side is the vanity area. It's a decent size. You have some convenient shelving on this side. Up here, above the TV, you also have a good amount of shelving space. So 3 shelves. With this one having the safe in it, it is a smaller safe, not gonna fit any laptops or tablets in this safe. You have your standard ship TV, 32 inches, I believe. It does swing around so someone from the bed can watch it. Down below the TV, this room, as opposed to the interior rooms on this ship, does have the refrigerator, or really a cooler. But you can see it's a decent amount of space. We have a couple champagne bottles and water bottles and other things in there. And into the main vanity area down here, we have 3 drawers on this side, 3 drawers on this side. Neither of them are very wide, but considering you do have the shelves over there that I showed earlier, there is still plenty of storage in this room. Next to the main mirror, you do have these mirrors that open up and provide more storage. And then the main desk area of the vanity, down here you have 2 US outlets and 2 European outlet. If you're from the US, you may want to bring a European converter so you can get some extra charging. And then down on over this side, you do have your ship phone, your light control for the mirror, and the volume control for the announcement channel. Let's check out the bathroom. Now, this is where I get into something that has not made us super happy with this room this week. The bathroom itself, it's a fine configuration, especially for an older ship. There's a good amount of room. You have your single sink, shelf underneath, pretty wide mirror. No storage behind the mirror, but you do get a nice set of shelves with nice high up shelves. If you've been following the channel, I'm always a fan of high up shelves to keep medication on. You have a small drawer here and another cabinet. You have your towel racks and of course your standard ship toilet. Then we have the point of contention for this room, the shower. Now, one thing, this is an older ship. You don't get solid doors, you get a curtain. So if you get a hot shower and that steam gets going, the curtain will tend to come in on you. That can be problematic. Here's a pro tip though. If you have some towel clips, like pool towel clips, you can clip those to the bottom of the shower curtain, and that will keep it as much as possible from floating in and sticking to you while you're taking a shower. But that curtain is not my complaint. I knew I was getting that when I booked this room. My complaint is the fact that we've had no hot water this week. Sometimes it would get a little bit lukewarm, never hot, never the point that it would steam up the bathroom or anything along those lines. I mean, it's a standard shower configuration, okay amount of room. You've got your controls, which are about useless. You can see we've got it turned all the way up, but that never gets it beyond anything lukewarm, and a lot of times it's just cold. You have a shelf, you have your Salt and Breeze double duty hair and body wash, and the shower wand, which does raise up and down. So there's nothing wrong with the configuration of this shower. It's the fact that we've not had any hot water. After many discussions with guest services and such, we have access to another room that was empty to go get showers in. We're able to go get a hot shower, but we have to walk halfway across the ship to do so. They've been trying to figure out the problem. I really hope that this is a short-term issue and that by the next cruise, they will have figured this out and you will have hot water in room 7152 again. So now that I've shown you what we liked least about this room with the water in the shower, let me show you the greatest part about this room. As I said earlier, we did a video on Independence of the Seas where we had an aft balcony, and I said it was the best balcony, standard balcony room balcony. This one may rival, it may even beat it. Why don't you let us know in the comments below? But let's check it out. The door handle, very easy, just swings up, and this door moves very easily. And you can also put it down here if you want to leave it open. Otherwise, it will slide shut on you. Let's head on out. Interestingly, you don't really have a handle. You just have this little tiny nub to open or close it. And if someone closes it on the inside, they will lock you out. So that's not something you want to have happen. But let's check out this balcony. As I said, we are on a aft balcony in the corner. Really nice size balcony here. You've got 2 chairs here and a table. That's that little coffee table that's from the inside. And just look at that view here in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Look at the size of this balcony. But we haven't even showed you everything yet. If we walk around this way, the balcony keeps wrapping around, and you have this really private little nook over here. In fact, this chair was back here. We just slid it out to be in the sun. But you have so much space on this balcony. It's unbelievable, especially compared to a traditional standard balcony. And you just are able to take in the views. Now, I'd say there's only one con I can tell you about what this balcony is, and you can see an example of it right here. See that black mark? That is soot from the smokestack. And just not a lot, but every once in a while you do get a little bit of soot dropping down on the balcony from the ship's smokestacks. And if you step on it, your feet your shoes, whatever, can track that around. But it's not too bad. It hasn't bothered us too much, especially when you get this balcony. I would say this balcony is probably at least 4 or 5 times the square footage of a traditional balcony on this ship. Let's do another pan from here. Sorry I'm spending so much time on this balcony, but I really wanted you to see how large it is, because this is what we booked this room for. Now let's go through some of the pros and cons and answer whether we would stay in this room again. So the pros for this room, well, we just got through the biggest pro. The massive balcony, wrap around, it's got open area, it's got privacy, it's got covered area, which I should have shown. It's definitely a great balcony. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think it is better balcony than the one that we showed on Independence of the Seas. Make sure you check that room out also. So the balcony, what a great pro for this room. I'd also say it's a good size room. Pleasantly surprised for a standard balcony room, the amount of space that we have to move around in. Big fan of the open space of this room. Let's get into the cons. Well, you know, Vision of the Seas, it's an older ship. You're just not gonna get around that. The furniture is a bit old, the decor is old, the vanity area is just, you know, a lot is dated about this room. But mechanically, the room is fine and all of that, except for the shower issue. But let's go back to that big con, which is the water. We had very little water pressure. I didn't mention that earlier, but the water pressure has been low than the heat issue for the water. Just not a good thing. I've been on a lot of cruises with Royal Caribbean. I've never had an issue with getting hot water in a room. We have talked to guest services multiple times. We've talked to maintenance multiple times. They are still trying to figure out what the source of the issue is. As I said, they've given us access to an empty room so that we can go get hot shower. So kudos to Royal and the ship staff for at least getting that for us. The other con I forgot to mention earlier, we are right above the Some Enchanted Evening Lounge, which in the evening has a lot of events and music and things like that. You can hear that in this room. The events don't typically go past 10:45 or 11 o'clock, but if you go to sleep earlier than that and you're a light sleeper, that may bother you. It hasn't bothered us. I would, you know, certainly stay in this room again, not worried about that issue. But for some others, you may, and you're a light sleeper and go to bed early, you may want to try out a different room. Would we stay in this room again? Right now, the answer is no. Big no. The shower issue, it's just a pain. Having to go to the other side of the ship to go get a shower is not something I want to be doing when I'm on vacation, especially when you pay this much for a room. I wouldn't stay in this room again unless they fix the hot water issue. And my guess is that they will once they figure out what it is. I can confirm there is hot water in this room, which would be hard to do. I would absolutely then stay in this room again. I think the room is great. The balcony is spectacular. Royal, you gotta fix the water, the hot water in this room. You gotta get it taken care of. That's it for Balcony 7152 here on Vision of the Seas. Tell us what you think and let us know in the comments below. If you like this room tour, give us a like below and make sure you check out the rest of the Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future cruising content. This is Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Happy cruising, everybody.